Hey, my name is Dylan with Live Life Creative. Thank you for joining me on this video today, spending some time with me. Now, we are going to be working in Darktable, my preferred photo editor, also because I'm cheap and it's free. It's an open source, raw photo editor that you can use with pretty much any camera. It's really well supported across cameras. So it's something that I really enjoy using. It's a really similar tool to Adobe Lightroom. So let's get into it. So today we are going to be culling a family photo session that I did a little while ago. And so this is how it would look if you just freshly import a session into Darktable. And it's on the Light Table tab here. And all of your photos are going to be rated 1 star. This is the rejection icon, so rejected, 1 star, rate them. You can add color labels with you can add color labels with your function keys. And so we're going to go through all of these, and I'm going to show you how I cull. Now there is a mode on Darktable called culling mode, and you can get into it down here by pressing these buttons, enter culling mode in fixed, or enter culling mode in dynamic mode. I don't really prefer either one of those. I prefer using full screen, so the F key. And this brings it obviously full screen, and so this way you can actually see everything better. You can see a bigger version of the photo. You have a better chance of seeing like if something's out of focus and stuff like that. Obviously you can't compare photos side by side as you can with the actual culling mode, but I actually tend to prefer seeing one photo at a time and then judging by jumping between them. So we're going to start at photo number 1 right here, and I like to keep the cursor towards the top of the photo, which keeps this box here with the name of the file, the settings, the ratings, all of that. You've even got the colors there, all the colors there. And so then that's more information that you can see, and I like to be able to see that information so I can see like if something's 1 star, 2 star, whatever. So I actually do my culling in a couple of phases. The first phase is just to get all the rejects out of the way, whichever photos I don't want to use. The second phase is going to be judging between, is this a 1 star photo or a 2 star? And then this third phase is actually, is this a 2 star photo or a 3 star photo? And so hopefully at the end I'll have around 10% of the total photos I've taken. And I know that's a really small proportion of the photos I took, but I tend to shoot a lot, so that is why I use only a very small to actually give to the client. Very small amount to give to the client. Okay, so I've actually delivered this entire session to the family, so I already know that this is a photo that I want to keep because mom's got a really nice smile, dad's looking at the kid, you know, kid's looking here, this kid's looking at the camera. It's a really sweet photo. So I know I'm going to keep that one. Oh, and I should show you, I'll pop this in with my phone. I keep my first finger on the R key, and then my pinky finger on the 1 key. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 keys are going to add different stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stars. So if I reject a photo, it's going to show up there as an X, the red X. Or if I want to bring a rejected photo back in, I can hit the 1 key with my pinky, and that brings it back into the selection. So I know I actually want to keep this one. Okay, so next photo, you can also use the arrow keys to go left and right to progress between photos, or up and down to progress between photos. This one's all right, but I feel like it's not, the second one isn't quite as dynamic, and this is actually a really good one too, so I'm going to keep this one because I like the connection between the 2 parents there. This one, not as good. The little boy in the middle, actually the oldest boy, and this one, his face is actually better than the first one, but I feel like the connection between the parents isn't as good. The connection here between the parents is really good, so I'm going to keep that one, reject this one. This one I'm going to reject because I feel like the mom isn't fully smiling in that one. And here she's not really, nobody's really looking at the camera, they're not super looking at each other, so I'm going to reject that one. This one I'll keep for now, I may or may not keep it. This one I am going to reject also because you can't see the mom's face whatsoever. With this next one, you can at least see, you know, a profile of her, and I'd rather have at least a little bit more of that. Okay, so this one, Kids are looking okay. Mom's got kind of like in between faces look to her, so I'm going to reject. This kid's got kind of a little bit of a lazy eye, so we're going to reject that one. Same thing. Here, the mom's hands in motion. She's going to brush her hair out of her face. I'm going to reject this one. But this one is really nice. We've got a little bit of sunshine on the side of their face. You got some nice rim light on them. I'm going to keep that one for sure. This one, bit of an awkward smile here. Kid's not really looking at the camera or the parents at all. We'll reject that. And then this is another example of like kind of an in-between, not really good moment. Okay, so new pose. So I like this overall. I'm going to keep it for the moment. I'm kind of unsure about what's going on down here, so I maybe might reject it because of what that kid's hands are doing. One thing that I forgot, I didn't take the dad's phone, and so it's a weird bulge in his pocket. I regret that. It would have been better if he had not had his phone in his pocket. He's doing something weird with his face. I'm going to reject it. Weird with his face. Still in between faces with him. This one's pretty good. He's looking at the camera. He's got more natural smile. Maybe a bit of a stiff smile from mom, but I still think it's a good smile. I like it. Oh, here we go. This one is definitely a better smile from the parents. These two kids, twins, I never really got a great smiles out of them because, I mean, they're just so little for one thing. So here's the thing, when you overshoot a lot, you have two really similar. And I actually like mom's head position in this one. And then the little boy in the green jacket, I think I like. So I'm going to reject the first one and keep the second one. These ones I've cut their feet off, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to reject these. This is really cute, except for this boy's face. So we're going to keep going and see if that improves. I like that. Okay, I don't mind him looking away. The twin's face in the middle here, he's got a funny face. I'm going to reject this one because I can see, reject that one, because you can see him looking at his sister. He's looking off into space. Got some nice kisses from mom and dad. I like that. Actually, I'm going to reject it, and this next one I like even better. And then here they're coming out of the pose, so they're just kind of relaxing. I think I told the boy in the green jacket to like hug his mom, and he just like tries to climb her like a monkey. I guess that's just kids, you know. It's just like completely off the ground. So I like the one where he's still got a foot on the ground down here. So we're going to keep that one. And I'm going to reject these next ones. Especially this one because she's looking at the camera again. It's kind of a weird face. Looking at the camera, the little girl. Now we're coming out of the pose here, so it's a little bit... Ooh, I kind of like this. Everybody's kind of still in motion, but it doesn't look too bad in my opinion. Okay, next one. I like it when at least the parents aren't looking directly at the camera. I like them looking at each other so they're more connected with each other than with the camera, which is kind of the point of photos, you know, family photos. Here, crazy bright, so I definitely messed up on my exposure. Yeah, I doubled my exposure. Oh well. Let's see what we get though. This one's pretty good. I'll keep this one. This is a good like put on grandma's mantle kind of a photo. This one's a little bit more fun. Oh, the little boy's not here because the little boy is standing right by me, and I'm about to tell him, go hug your mom. So that's what we're gonna see here in a second. And so you can see the mom anticipating. This one's good, except it's cutting off his arm right here. So I'm not gonna use that one. I like this one. I think I like this one even better, so we're gonna reject that. And a good hug. That's a good hug, so let's keep that one. Let's keep this one. Reject. That's the thing with, you know, looking at one photo at a time. You're not entirely sure what's gonna come up next, so you have to kind of like, oh, I like this one. Oh, but I like this one better, or whatever. Here we go. So these are some nice pictures with mom. I feel like there's a lot of headroom here, So I'm not going to reject that. A little bit better headroom, not looking at the camera. This is a couple of photos where I do want him to look at the camera. So I think this is the best photo of that set. So here I told him to give his mom a kiss. That's so sweet. Too far off to the side, blurry. Okay, so this one or this one? This one or this one? A or B? A or B? Mom's got a bit bigger of a smile than B, so I'm going to keep this one. Continuing on, getting a little bit closer. I'm going to reject this one. This one's a little bit nicer angle. Reject, reject, blurry. That one's not too bad. I'm going to keep this one and reject the previous one because it is not quite so zoomed in. So you can also hear my wife's baking in the background possibly. I mean, we got lives, you know? We don't stop everything to make videos. We got things going on. I think this is a good one. So blurry, reject because blurry. This one I'm rejecting because it's still out of focus. This one's a little bit better in focus. It's out of focus, out. So this one, he's got a bit of a weird smile, and I think his smile is better here. So I'm actually going to keep this one, even though it might be a little bit more out of focus than this one, just because I like his expression better, which is a little bit more important than strictly in focus. Especially if they're like pretty much the same in focus. This one's out, so we're not going to do that one. This one's okay. We'll see what else we got here. Good smile from mom here, so keep that one probably. Okay, so it's either between this one, going backwards here, reject, reject, because the little boy's not quite looking here and here, and not here. That's the one I want to keep. So it's between this one and this one. This one's a little bit blurrier, so I'm going to reject it. Out of focus. This little boy just wanted to hang out with his dad the entire time, so this is him trying to get back to dad. So rejecting all these because he's upset. Okay. Oh, so sweet, sweet little child. Okay, the little girl's eyes are a little bit more close. I'm gonna reject that. Keep this one. Yeah, there we go. Keep that one, because at least they're both looking at me. It can be hard with little kids to keep them looking at the camera, if that's the particular shot you're going for. These two are pretty much the same. I'm gonna reject the first one. Sorry, the second one, because the first one has a little bit more headroom, and I'd really prefer that. This one's really sweet. I like that she's kicking her foot in this first one. So maybe keep that one. Reject that one because she's looking off. I don't know. I like these both. Okay, so she's actually touching her with the nose. So I'm going to keep this one. Reject that one. Reject that one because mom's pointing at the camera. So she's still talking here, the mom, so I'm going to reject that one. A little bit eyes closed, reject. So we're probably going to keep this one, 709. She's talking to the camera again, reject, reject. Way off to the side, so probably reject that one. Yeah. Oh, I like the head tilt here a little bit better. Apparently I have two of this photo 4715, so I'm going to reject one of them. Maybe keep blurry. This one, not quite good. Maybe keep blurry, 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 blurry. I don't really like how far over it is, because he's about to dip him, I think. So blurry here, so don't want that. I don't really like the composition on this one. Composition the same, don't like it, reject. Nobody's really in focus here. Reject, reject, reject. He's moving around a lot, which is why all of these are out of focus. So this one's getting closer, but still out of focus. This one I like because his eye is sharp finally. And Dad's looking at him, that's really nice. Reject. Oh, this one's nice. Okay. If he had his eyes open a little bit more here, the little boy, there we go. That's a good expression on the little boy. And I like how Dad's hand is up behind him, holding them up. That's really nice. So we're gonna keep this one, go back, reject that one. Go back, reject that one. So this one's the keeper. No on this one. This is all right. No on this one. Going back to this one, I'm not really a huge fan of it. I don't like how Dad's nose is sticking out. I try not to let the nose break the line of the cheek, so when it does, I think it looks less flattering. So here Dad is not looking at that one. Here Dad's looking good. Dad's looking good, but the boy is not looking at the camera, so I'm gonna reject him. Reject. Okay, here they're both looking at the camera, so that's what I'm looking for in this one. Yeah, reject, 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 because Dad's trying to do something with them. Try to get him to laugh. You know, I'll keep this one, and maybe I'll feel better about it later. Because it is more connected, because I like how he's like, you know, holding his son, which is really nice. This one, they're already in motion, so kind of blurry. This one, the girl's expression is kind of, I don't know. Here we go. She's, oh yeah. Blurry there, but good expression here. Not totally in focus, but pretty close. This first one, I'm on the fence about it, so I'll keep it for now. I like this one a lot. Reject, reject. Oh, look at this expression. Big smile. Dad's looking at her. That's a really nice one. A or B? A or B? Is there a C? I think C is even better. So reject A and B. C. Okay, there we go. Let's reject that, reject that. That's also a really good expression. Kind of focus on the teeth, but that's right. Reject, reject, reject. Oh, such a big smile. Let's keep this one because I just love her smile. She's so cute right there. Dad's in the middle of switching expressions. So reject it. Let's see. Okay, I think this one's the keeper from this set. So reject and reject. Girl's not looking. Going back and forth through the set, reject that. Let's use one where her arm is more down. Not that one, so it's this one or this one. I think I like this one a little bit better. She's not looking. This is good because his eye, closer eye is a little bit more in focus, and Dad's fairly in focus. Dad's smiling, which is better, but then his eyes are out of focus here. So I think this is probably the keeper out of those two. Reject, out of focus, out of focus. Out of focus. Here we go. Little boy smiling. Dad's got his eyes closed. Super cute. A or B? A or B? What's there? C? A or B? A or B? I don't know. I can't really decide. Let's go with A. So I rejected. Okay, so put 1 star back on A because I had rejected it. This one, not a huge fan of. Reject, 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 reject. Eyes, Dad's eyes. Reject this one. You can see a little bit more of the boy's face here, so reject this first one. Let's like it. Better headroom on this third one, so reject the second one. Now the boy's starting to turn towards me. Okay, there we go. Let's keep that. Reject this one. Maybe keep that one. We'll see. Okay, so this will be a good set. This is just getting set up, so we're going to reject that. This is almost there, except for the little boy in the green. So reject, reject. reject, reject. Okay, let's just kind of flip through and see what we got. Yeah, I probably don't want to keep any of them where they're all looking at me, or supposed to be looking at me. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of any of these. So here I told them to kiss the twins. So this would almost be good, except for Dad still looking at me. What's going on over here is really cute though. Dad's still looking at me, reject those. Okay, now Dad's looking at the kid. They're still kissing her. She's starting a little upset, unfortunately, but I think we're gonna keep that. Now they're starting to disengage. And Dad's still looking at me. Chaos! Chaos! Okay, so now they're gonna switch back to looking at me. A little boring green. Okay, this first one here, this is probably the best one of them all looking, so I'm gonna keep that, except for the little boring green, but win some, you lose some. Okay, some walking shots. This one's a little bit out of focus, so I'm gonna keep going to the next one. Oh yeah, here we go. So keep this one. Keep one of these flying ones, not that one. Okay, I wanna keep this one because you can see its shoe, so it's even more of a sense of flying. So I like that. Landing, reject, reject. Blurry. I'll keep this one for now. Flying again, woo! I like how his legs are spread out there on the second one, so I'll keep that. Reject. Reject, bit of a rough landing. Okay, so he's mostly looking back, so I want to keep this one. So reject this one, keep this one. Reject this one. Reject that one. I think keep this one. This one I told them to line up in a train and then pull each other. So this is kind of a cute segment. So he's not quite looking at his mom, so I'm going to reject that. So here he's looking better at her. Her hat is cutting off Dad's face a little bit, which is kind of a bummer, but I like it. This is blurry. This one's still a little bit blurry here, but I think I'll keep it. This is a pretty good one, so I'll keep this one. This is blurry. Blurry. Okay, this one's sharp. This is blurry. This is blurry. Sharp. Blurry. This is blurry, blurry. On mom, blurry. Here we go. Sharp on mom, sharp on baby. Let's keep that. Blurry here. I'm not the biggest fan of this one because you can't really see what's going on. There's not much context for why his arm is wonky like that, so I'm going to reject it. That one's blurry. This is really sweet. The little boy and his sister walking along. So let's see, there's 4 of them. I think I like the second one the best. So first one, second one keep, third reject, fourth reject. And this little guy's walking along. Let's see what we got. Okay, I like this one because his legs are kind of crossed like that, so reject. And I don't really like the angle on any of these vertical ones, so I'm gonna reject those, but keep this one. I mean, reject this one, keep this one. In this situation, it's a very top-down light, and I felt like that wasn't very flattering, so I'm just gonna reject all of these, actually. Told him to go hug his mom again. And I just feel like the lighting on this was not good. It's not a good choice to put them here. That one's on me. Just rejecting all these. Okay, so this is the last setup with this family. Obviously it's still gonna get set up, so reject that, reject. Twins not looking, so reject. I don't think I like any of these from this last setup. Just with, I could hardly get everybody looking at me. And I think the kids were just about done with it. Yeah. And the lighting is also not good in this situation. I didn't put them in very good lighting here. Okay, just going through and getting them all rejected because I don't think this was a good setup at all. Okay, this last little bit where, so unfortunately there's this person walking here, but there's this little section with him, with the older brother walking with the little sister, and I think that's really cute. So let's see here. You can always crop out the person probably. Gotta step in the puddle. I'm gonna reject these because of the person. I don't want to crop it that much. Reject, reject, because you can't see the little girl so much. I think this is the second one. I think it's the best. So I'm gonna reject the rest of those. And then he lost his shoe, like it just flew off, and that's the end of it. So there you go. That is kind of the phase one of culling photos in Darktable. To go on to the next phase, you come up here to the top, view all, and view just the one start instead. And then you go through and compare them, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these walking towards me shots. I'd pick out probably just 1 or 2 and give them a 2-star rating. And for each of the setups where it's like very similar, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these are similar, this through here, I'd pick out, you know, 1 or 2 of the best and give them 2 stars. And just do that for each of the setups throughout the rest of the photo shoot. And just pick out kind of the best of the best. And so there you go. I know that this is not the intended way of culling on Darktable, but it's what works best for me. It really works with my brain, at least. And so this is how I learned how to cull on Darktable before they had the culling mode. So I just kept with it because it just kept working for me. So hopefully that's a system that helps you as well. And yeah, just building skills in Darktable. It's a free photo editor, so I really appreciate all the work that the developers put into it, and really like it. So there you go. I appreciate you hanging out with this video with me. I know it's kind of a longer one, but I hope it helped. If it did, please hit like and subscribe. Or is doing some more videos, or is working on something, on some idea. So just keep, you know, plugging away, taking photos, and getting better. I don't know what else to say. Okay, this is Dylan with Live Life Creative. Have a great rest of your day.